So, welcome everybody to the September Sacred Rhythms forecast with myself, Roberta Robbins, and my lovely friend Nancy Reed. We are also putting in the intuitive card reading with our call today because it's been a long weekend. We have been trying to get every last little bit of summer in. So, we're like, time wise, we're doing it all in one. So we come live today in the Cosmic Earth Weavers community, and we do this every month. We've been doing this for a long time, and it's lots of fun. And Nancy and I just got some new cards, so we're eager to play with some of them. And it is also already the second of September, so we are officially in this month. And it is the Virgo new moon day as we come into this beautiful time together. So welcome those that are here that maybe join us from the group. Say hi to us. Of course, we're kind of a little bit back and forth between our Zoom screens and the Facebook, but we're Nancy's over there having a little look to see what's going on. So say hi, and let's just take a moment, or two, to just come into this space and that we just had this energy shift. So if you're able to, whether you're here live with us or on the replay, if you're able to safely close down your eyes, allow yourself to come in to that beautiful breath, into that beautiful, beautiful breath. And just do a check-in with yourself. How is the breath today? How is that inhale? And how is the exhale? And just do that for a few moments, just feeling where that breath is either fuller, longer, or shorter, whatever side that might be, just observing with that beautiful breath in and the beautiful exhale out. And maybe we just need, I feel like, sometimes there just needs to be a little bit of a movement and a readjustment in the physical body. And to see if we can actually breathe in more life, more breath. And I love the phrase that I heard somewhere a few years ago about letting your breath breathe you. So what does that feel like to let your breath breathe you? And just allowing your body, if there's any tension or anything in there that you feel like you're holding anywhere, just giving that a little more love and awareness. And see if you can soften into this moment, soften into this new month. So as you do that, I'm just going to allow the energies and pull the energies as we let go of the beautiful summer, the August energies, the fieriness, the go, 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 the sunshine, all the abundance of vegetables and fruits, even getting more abundant in our lives, and the beach days and all of that. Feeling that and the blessings and the joy and the happiness and the fun and the play that hopefully you have been experiencing and drinking in over these summer months. So allow yourself just to reflect a little bit with the gratitude of the summer months, even June and July and our August. And just, I want you to imagine a beautiful apple tree, actually two apple trees beside each other with a little pathway between them. So seeing those in your mind's eye, The apples are getting more abundant, more red, more bigger, more lush. Soon going to be full on apple season. I know in my area, we're already feeling that. We're seeing this representing these trees of this portal, this gateway into autumn, into September, where they will bring some cooler days, cooler nights at least. The changing of the colors of the leaves. Our days start to get a little bit shorter and bring in a new energetic flow collectively as we feel kids going back to school, new routines as Virgo season that we're in invites us to come back to routines and different things that we want, things to be learning, coming back to our health and our wellness. And as we start walking through between these two trees, just feeling letting go of August energy. And feel yourself ready and excited to move into the fall season, into the harvest season, into abundance, into this month, this beautiful month ahead. So walking through and crossing over into this month and into a new portal of new possibilities. And from here, where will we go? There's so many possibilities. So breathing deeply into this new energy and out, welcoming yourself to September and gently opening your eyes when you're ready, coming into this space and time with Nancy and I. And like I said, today we are going to be doing a combo of things. And we always kind of, every month we feel into how we're presenting the energies, because every month is a little different, right? So Nancy, how is this feeling as you're stepping into September yourself and with kids and school and that? And as you're answering that, I am going to go step off to the side to readjust my door that keeps on slamming and banging around because it is quite breezy. Have you noticed the wind has been picking up more? Okay, Nancy, September.
Thank you. So definitely notice the shift from Leo to Virgo as more so this weekend. Like we were away last week, so it was like vacation mode, all of that, right? But boom, the second we got home, I had every intention of being like, yes, the long weekend, we're just gonna play. And no, like that, the last 2 days have just been cleaning, organizing, prepping, and it felt easeful and like, oh my, not, I have to do this. I really felt supported by like, okay, yes, summer is still 3 more beautiful weeks here, right? Like, but there is that ending this weekend, like of the vacation aspect of it, a kind of thing, at least, when you have children and all of that. And I think collectively we all kind of feel that too, though, just because of everything but also being like, okay, I get to have both right now. I get to have schedule and organization and all of those things, and I get to have freedom and play. And I feel like I always feel this in September, this choice of getting to have both and choosing and a new excitement. Like, you all know how much I love the summer, but there is like this new excitement that steps in September. And I think especially this September, we have the 8 energy. So we are in an 8 energy year, which you've heard us talk about so much, and we see it everywhere. Like, I feel like more so than any other year in the past, like this year, and this 8 is made up of the 1 and the 7. So I really feel like it is that new path and that new leap forward. But also that 1 being yourself, like tuning back into you and your desires and your goals. What is it that you want for the rest of this year and to start cultivating for the coming year? And then that seven energy of just like the universe is there, like just totally supporting it. It's like this co-creation of the you being the one, the seven being the universe, coming together into this beautiful eight to make stuff really happen and come to fruition this month.
Nancy, do you want to explain to them how you get that 1 and the 7?
Yeah, absolutely. So when we're adding up the energy, so September 2024, so the 9 of September and the 2024, which is an 8, so that comes to 17. So 1 plus 7 equals 8. So anytime we're talking about the energy of the month being or the day, there's always the underlining factors of what creates it. So an 8 could be created by 4 plus 4, 5 plus 3, right? And those energies are going to feel different than if it's created by this 1 plus 7. And I just feel like this 1 plus 7 for us this month is really key to just accessing your infinite power and abundance, and just really trusting in yourself and trusting that you are supported by the universe. There's a lot of trust in this 8 energy.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah.
for that, because, I think anybody that doesn't know numerology and all the things, sometimes you're like, what the are they talking about? Where's this coming from? Why are we working with those numbers? So thank you for explaining that. And, we also, when I was looking at the numbers, moving with the day numbers, our month number, our year number, because there's all of this beautiful thing as I hear is creating this autumn bouquet of magic. And so, the 8 year, the 8 month for numerology, 8 month. And also just looking at September being a 9. And I feel like when I was feeling into it was like we're doubling down. We have I actually wrote a double anchoring in to 8 energy this month. And it's like a pivotal point, which interesting enough, we have eclipse season starting this month too, which is big portals, endings, beginnings. So all year we've been working with this 8 mastery energy and abundance and flow. And I always 8's my personal energy day. I was born on the 8th of January. So I love the 8 energy. And then this year, right? Like this all of us are in that. And then this month. And so it feels like we've had 8 months, which I'm just realizing right now, we've had 8 months of this 8 full year of 2024. And now we get to September, which is holding that energy in itself. So it's like, hey, game's on. What have you been walking through? What are you ready to really embody and get going with? Because it's almost like our check-in and our full portals, like big steps and going through these with the eclipse and with this new season, because we also have we're going to be moving from Virgo to Libra. Libra is a cardinal point on our full year of the wheel of the year, but also our astrological year, our calendar year. So it's a pivotal starting over point, and that's the 22nd of September. So we got that. We got the partial lunar eclipse that's happening on the 17th. Another portal. We got, what we're just saying, the 8-8. And this 9, because it's just in a natural, the month of September is the 9th month of the calendar. There is like, get ready. It's like finishing up some old stuff to ready get going to the new stuff. Like it's just, there's some magic, like extra magic, I think. And I always feel September is very magical normally, because I love that feel. I don't have kids, but I feel that the kids growing, I could feel the energy. I love hearing and seeing like, I can see that change when kids are getting up in the morning and walking to school, because school's just like a block down and kind of over a bit, not far, and which is my public school I actually grew up with. So I can feel like this energy and the excitement. And I loved all that when I was younger. So there's just this fun and new start. And it feels like a new start September, more so than sometimes January does. Like it's fresh. Lots of new possibilities. What are we going to be learning and stepping into, and to be learning and stepping into something, just like when you go to school and you're studying a new grade, you actually don't know what the freak you're stepping into. You just know you're upgrading to the next step. So, which is a beautiful reflection for this month and this time. As for, kind of some general things that I always like to do a little overview for this month is, of course, we're right now in Virgo season. It's feminine, it's ruled by Mercury, but also Chiron. We hear that Chiron moving in there. So we're working with like our communications, our downloads, our receiving, but also the healing, the inner healing, the wounded healer. And like just, I think this month with Chiron being in there with the Virgo season, there's this opportunity to really work on those final touches of any healing that needs to be still going on. And we know, anybody that's wise enough to know, we're all always on a healing journey because we're here in this life. We're human beings. There's always going to be stuff, but sometimes there's some really old stuff that has set patterns and moved us a certain direction in who we are and what we've chosen. So it's that stuff that we get to kind of really give some extra love to. And also with Virgo season right now till the 22nd, there is that new routines. And it is coming back to our health and our wellness too. It's a mutable sign. So they like my friend Donna, she's a Virgo, and she says, we're just talking to her last night, and she's like, I'm living in a bit of a chaos. Now, my friend Donna, I've known since grade 3. She lives in a little bit of a chaos at times. Things get, she organizes, she creates, and then there's another project. And then there's another thing. Like that's just like, break it down to create a new, right? And not everybody loves that kind of energy, but there is that, like, we're breaking down something, dismantling, so we can find and create something new right now. So remember that energy right now till the 22nd could be when we go to Libra, and Libra will then we'll move into that cardinal that say, hey, I've established something. I'm ready to like start embodying and letting that grow. Okay. So that's the, a bit of the energetics we're in. And the archetype of the Virgo is the maiden. So that fresh and young and innocence. And you can think of that as, the children, like I said, going into a new grade, right? Or going into a new school, even college, university. It's like you're young and fresh, and you're like, I really don't know anything right now. I have what I have, but I have to be open to receive something new. And the world's kind of doing that too. We're like, we're ready to upgrade with something new. We don't even know what it is quite. So there's that energy that's playing out this month too, at this moment. And of course, when we move over to Libra season, we get that air, because Virgo is earth, so very grounded. We want to be grounded in our everyday energies and see it and feel it, manifest it, tangible, touchable energy. When we go to Libra season, not only then the sun goes into Libra, which then is autumn equinox, which is mabon, the sacred wheel turns. So we have that, but it's like the cardinal sign. It's that restarting pivot point. I always like to think, at least here, this applies for the Northern Hemisphere. When I think of the 4 cardinal signs of the astrological wheel, we have Capricorn at the top. In the north, in the east, we have Aries. In the south, we have Cancer. And then in the west, we have Libra. Those are like our north, west, south, and east and west, right? So we have this feeling, the sun in the west and the setting of the energy. The days are getting longer. The darkness is coming. The darkness, the slow down and rest, rejuvenation, and starting into something new. It is a masculine sign. So there's energy still that we want to move forward, get things going. But it's also ruled by Venus, which is Taurus is ruled by Venus too, but it's in the masculine sign of the heart of the Venus energy. So we have that little portal and shift of energy on the 22nd. So write that down. We always say, guys, have your pen and paper, counters, all that. That being a big day for us. Of course, you heard me say new moon today. Today, September the 2nd, is our new moon in Virgo, in the sign that we're in. And it comes in this evening, 9:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So that's 6:55 p.m. you Pacific Coast people. at 11 degrees. So anybody that knows how to read your natal chart, go check that out and see what's happening, what house and all the things. And this is also a portal day because it is opening 2 weeks before the eclipses start. That's the opener to the eclipse. So this new moon is opening up the portal gateway to the eclipse season today. Okay, so, and it feels to me very gentle and loving, though, like not like crazy. And maybe it's that the earthy, organized, come together in yourself Virgo energy there, right? And right at the beginning of the month. So take some time just feeling into the energetics for yourself. How's it feeling? How are you feeling? Open up, ask if there's any guidance, any messages for yourself today. Perfect day to pull a card for yourself if you're into pulling oracle cards, tarot cards, anything like that, or just sit in meditation, open up and listen and receive. So our full moon, the 17th, like I said, it's also the partial lunar eclipse day. That will be at 10:34 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time at 25 degrees. So you can go check that out, have those little dates. I always like to write these down in my main calendar to remind myself what's going on. That's in that last third decan. Some of you understand this language, some of you don't, and that's okay. Like, take what you can, let go what you don't need at this time. So that day, that Pisces, watery, the last sign of the zodiac, expansive, dreamy, Neptunian kind of energy in the full moon light with the partial lunar eclipse. I feel like, what is the expansive dreamtime energy for us? Right? Where are we going? What are we doing with this 8-8 energy, double down energy this month? It's like, go for it. You've had 8 months to kind of like think and dream and all the things you've had to go through. And now it's like, oh, really take a check-in. It's a check-in kind of moment and day for yourself on that full moon in Pisces, September 17th. And then the sun, the other big thing that I just want to point out for that month, you've already heard me say, and I'm just going down my list here, is the sun enters into Libra. So therefore we have autumn equinox or mabon that arrives on the 22nd, and it is at 8:44 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So early in that morning hours on that 22nd, autumn arrives, the shifting of the seasons. So those were like some big things there. I mean, there is some other little things with this Pluto finally getting back into Capricorn is a pretty big thing. You're probably seeing some people post about that. And Uranus has also gone retrograde. So as of yesterday, the 1st, Pluto's been in retrograde. Pluto has moved for the final time back, reaching from Aquarius into the last few points, was like in the last point of 29 degrees of Capricorn right now. And we've been doing this for a little while. And once it comes back and it actually starts going direct again and gets out of out of Capricorn, we will never see this happen again in our lifetime. And is why it's so pivotal and important is this last deep check-in. There's a lot of thing about a check-in this month and this energy, right? Deep check-in of what is letting go, what is breaking down, what is coming with us, what isn't, the Capricorn energies of things. Pluto is all about death and dying, rebirth, the underworld, and then you got it going in that last degree, that last point of Capricorn. And Capricorn is that father figure, responsibilities, patriarchy, like all these things are crumbling. We see this in the world. We totally see this in the world. So things are really breaking down. We're getting a last little shake up and taste of things and what we need to look at before we say goodbye, which will take, a few more weeks of that in that stage before it will go direct and get back over officially into Aquarius season. That's a pretty big thing. And with Uranus in retrograde, Uranus is this like evolutionary, where are we going? So it wants to slow down and really think about things and do a check-in. where are we freaking going? What's the revolution of things going to happen here? So, we always have lots of aspects, transits, and then things going on every month, all the time, every day. But I would say if you focus on just those top things about full moon, new moon, eclipse, the change of the season, the top numerology, the key energetics we've talked about, along with just understanding a bit of that Pluto, Capricorn, and Uranus has now done its going into its retrograde. That's a lot of energy, but also very potent and powerful things to be aware of and see how you want to work with it. So Nancy, anything you want to add to this fullness of the month before we go into kind of like going a week by week and doing some cards with it and that?
Just really that it does, like you mentioned, that it does feel gentle. It feels like the numerology behind it it's not this like it's like this giving energy. It's really around just getting really clear on your intentions and allowing your intention to guide you, and your devotion to self and to your devotion to your belief, and knowing that you get to receive what you want and you get to expand and grow and go into all of these beautiful depths and new beginnings, and just but taking that Uranus, like really taking that pause. I feel like that is supported in the energy too, of just being really crystal clear in what it is that you want and not having to force anything, just allowing. There's a lot of allowing energy in this 8, the 1+7. And as we move through the weeks, I'll talk a little bit more about the numerology. But yeah, there's a lot of personal power in this month too. I'm just looking at my notes and I was just like, yes, like a lot of solar plex energy, just like, so just quickly, a couple oils that you might want to lead it into. I will create some blends like I always do. Just haven't had a moment yet, but really off the top of my head, bergamot, wild orange, and cypress are really going to be those personal power, abundance, and flow oils that even if you just threw the 3 of those into a diffuser, it would amplify that magic for you.
Love that. I love how you throw that in there. Give me a crystal or 2.
Pyrite.
Pyrite
Is really calling out to me right now.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that pyrite. I'm looking over at
and citrine
pieces that I have that I got in Peru, and cistrine.
Yeah.
Definitely. Any chance that you can hear the lawnmower running in the neighborhood on my screen?
No.
Sweet. I don't have to get and close my windows at this point. Let me know if you hear any background noise going on. When I was doing my full calendar here, I already had the day numbers in, but I was going in to put, our cardology in for the month. And I don't think I quite have the words for it because I was trying to like, what is this that I'm seeing? But there's something that as I was putting in my Baker calendar here, maybe you see it or know what it is, but there is something with the cardology and the day numbers. There's some kind of like supportive flow, and maybe it doesn't have a name or what it's doing, but it's an energy that I'm like, there's something really supportive and magical with the combinations throughout the month. It just how it was feeling. And I was noticing, I marked out the 6th, which we're going to start with this first week, but at the 6th of September with the 5 of diamonds and the 5 energy day. So I was like, oh, here's a 5-5. And then I noticed on the full moon, we have a 7 of clubs with a 7 energy day. I was like 7-7. And then on the 28th, we have a 9 of hearts and a 9 energy. I'm like a 9 and 9. So, like there just seems to be a like change and spiritual growth, and then that fresh new beginning ending kind of like feel on that 9. But there just even I don't know, there just seems something more flowy and magical. Like I don't know what it is. It's got a Harry Potter kind of feel to it. I can't quite see. I don't know. There's just like there's something going on. That's all I'm gonna say. Could you feel that or see that?
Yeah, absolutely. And I wrote that I circled those same dates as you and was like, oh, and that, yeah, and just even just watching how it all just like it flows. It's just like yesterday was the 9 and then the 10 of diamonds. And then today we go the 1 and the 9 of diamonds, like just like these little patterns where it just wants to like, okay, here you go. Oh, and here's a little bit more. And you don't even need to know, just roll with it. It's like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, like even when I see down the 16th and 18th, like you get, and anybody that doesn't, you guys will know this language. If you don't, like I said, don't worry about it. Just know the way we're talking about, there's something magical extra happening here. And even the 16th, I see this is an example of the kind of supportive little extra patterns. It's the 16th, the 8 of clubs in the 6th day. Like it feels really good. And then the next day is that 7 of clubs and 7 energy day. So 7, 7. And then 18th then goes and flips like the 6 of clubs to the 8 day. Like there's just, it's like a dance of something going
Yeah.
on.
Mm-hmm.
It's dancing. I don't know. It's magical Harry Potter dancing. That's happening on the counters. Okay, I just wanted to bring that out. Okay. So let's get into some week by week cards here
Yes.
for us. And so typically what we do is I pull a tarot and I also do an oracle. Nancy does a card, a numerology card, and our oracle, and we kind of like the supportive energies. We're asking spirit divine to help us with the energetics and the flows of directions of things. I think always use Chris Ann's.
Yeah.
I just had a lovely birthday party with Chris Ann. Her birthday was just a few days ago. That lovely soul.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Chris. But I'm gonna set it's here. It's like, beside me, but I'm feeling this new little deck called The Witch's Garden. Do you know this one?
I saw it last week.
You saw it last week.
I don't,
Yeah, so it's just this cute little easy to go, throw in my bag when I'm traveling. And it just feels really good. One, we're going into the witches season.
Yes.
I'm super, that's probably also why I love September comes along. The witch is in. Like no doubt you're gonna start seeing some of the witchy stuff happening and over the next few months. So and it's just the garden, right? Like Virgo grounding in. So just giving us a little shuffle, extra little shuffle. And this just wanted to flip right out. So I'm just gonna take it because it was like it's blue skies, and then all of a sudden it seems to get darker out there in front of me. So we have this card, and it's the High Priestess that jumped out here. So look at her. She's like very witchy. She's got like the reflection in the water where her foot is more like a new moon, just a little bit of a crescent moon there. But of course on her head she has the full moon. I'm just going to show you that a little bit more. And there feels like this portal behind her. We're moving in something, and it has a very mysterious, more dark kind of like, come on into the unknown, right? But you have the light. Look at the magic that is all around you and above your head and glimmering in the water to light your way. So there's this feel of like, and the High Priestess, right? She has wisdom above and below. There's always in the classic tarot, there is that portal and gateway that is behind her, and the pillars and the knowing, the wisdom. So I'm also getting to like, we have a lot, we know a lot, but let's step through, let's keep going. Let's turn our knowledge into the wisdom and see what is there more, what is there. And I also hearing, call upon the High Priestess, call upon your High Priestess within you to guide you, to embody, to feel it. There you go.
Beautiful. I love that. When you first pulled it up, I'm like, oh, the eyes reminded me of something, like it was like this moment. And then I was like, oh, and then I lost it. And then I was like, oh, it'll come back. But it really was echoed in that knowing. So I'm gonna use the Wisdom of the Elders Oracle by Sean Leonard. And the first card that I pulled from this one is the number 2, the Truth card. And as like here we have Turtle Island, planet Earth, and then the moons, and it really does feel like that portal energy, that stepping in, knowing your own truth, knowing that that wisdom, that knowing that is in you is truth, and like that, you're not making this up. Those messages that you hear, those guidances, is that a word? Anyway, those insights, that's like, I've heard so many people recently be like, well, I'm not sure, am I just telling myself this? And it's like, no, you're not. Like, this is your truth, own it. And so it really feels like stepping into that high priestess power and knowing, and then and also being open, like, so that portal energy, being open to allow more truth, more knowing to be seen. And then I also feel like with the numerology of this week, we are really in the diamonds energy all week long. The diamonds is very physical. And so it's like, it's around your values, it's around physical, your money, your finances, your home, all of those things. And so with that, it's like you are going to start to really see these things show up for you. What you believe to be true is going to show up for you even more. So with this new moon energy today, be really clear in what it is that you want and what you value, and then allow the openness to receive it.
And so 2 energy, 2 card, number 2.
Yeah.
My priestess,
Yes.
2. And there really feels like a 2 energy that's coming. Like, they're just like, the 2 is a pillars, a portal, but also a coming together and collaborations and things like that. And then above and below, like, there's a lot of like also duality and dancing together with that. And I, because this deck is new to me, I'm also like, I keep on looking at it, and she's holding a scroll, which is really important, a scroll with the high priestess of wisdom, knowledge, and in her hand on her lap is an apple.
Mhm.
Just some other imagery within there. And remember, these cards, even though, I'm truly reading and pulling, those messages that are coming down and through, there's stuff on here individually that's really going to speak to you and stand out too, that will just make it more personalized. Alrighty. So a new deck that Nancy and I both got in the Hay House subscription box just in this past week is this Intuitive Whispers Oracle. Maud Hurst, I think that's how you would say her name, Hurst. Never heard of her. She must be new on the scene. So welcome, Maud, to our world and creating and into obviously the Hay House. If you're not new, we are just noticing you, and we're happy to be noticing because your deck is beautiful. The colors, the energy, the everything on it. I mean, it's beautiful. So I'm going to pull a card here to come in and support this week, this first week of September, which is the 1st to the 7th. Love how it's running fully on the calendar. 2 nice full weeks lining up. Card for us, please. Oh, I'm going to take that one. Throat release. Okay, Nancy's got something here to laugh and show us and the coincidence. So number card 9, throat release. Like, there is, this take, I almost hear it as more healing and nurturing, and bring yourself into like, how can you open up? How can you say the things you want to say? Also, I'm hearing practicing like things like singing and humming and opening up that space for yourself. I hear it for yourself, because then it is a ripple out. And this card, how it is like energy that's moving through and out. Like, there's that frequency. Also, I'm hearing like, work with frequency throughout this week for healing and that. Nancy, what do you got?
I laughed because so this morning before our call, I opened the deck for the first time and was like, "Oh, am I going to use this deck today?" And I was like, "I don't think so." But I was like, "But I want to pull myself a card from it," and that was the one card that I've pulled from this deck so far, and that was like literally 5 minutes before our call. And I remember thinking, "Oh, this feels profound," and so then also like today is a Nine of Diamonds day. So that releasing to receive. So using your throat to release what it is, say, open your throat chakra up, say what it is you need to say. It doesn't necessarily need to be to another person. If that doesn't feel comfortable for you, voice it to yourself or just hum, speak, sing it, yell it, do whatever you need. But there really feels like there's a lot of throat chakra energy today. And I feel like that card really embodied that for us.
So I'm reading the little thing in here because first time I've actually opened up the book.
Yeah.
I'm like, tickle, 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 tickle. Like you can almost feel the energy wanting to shift and change. And so there is this how to release your throat. Close your eyes and take 5 very deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. And then release your 5th breath with whatever sound the body creates. Don't overthink it. Repeat this 5 more times, getting louder and braver with every release. The more you learn to release your inner sounds intuitively, the more confident you will get in communicating how you feel day to day. Okay? Simple and easy.
Beautiful. So then the card that we pulled was Jack of Spades. And so the Jack I always really appreciate because it's like he's moved up through all of his lessons and everything, but he's considered to be a leader, but he's not the king, he's not the queen. He doesn't have all of that perceived responsibility. He gets to lead, but he also gets to have a little bit of fun, but he also gets to poke a little bit, right? He's like a little bit like, are you sure? Are you sure? So with this new moon energy, it is reminding us that all of this gets to be fun and we get to take time to get really clear on what it is that we want, but have fun doing it. This does not have to be suffering. The spades energy is really around that transformation and that mastery and like digging in and what is it once you've cleared that your voice and you now have that open portal of what is it that I really want to receive? What is it that I want to express into this world? Now let's go and do that with some fun and some lightheartedness. The Jack of Spades just really wants to remind us that all of this growth and transformation can be fun, even though sometimes it's perceived to be uncomfortable. And, it's like, yeah, you can have fun in the discomfort too. So.
There's that fun and that play that wants to come in, but
Yeah.
that speed, right? Like this isn't a Jack of Hearts player. He's got some, wisdom of a journey, even in his playfulness. So love that. So as we move into the second week, the 8th to the 14th of September. And this week, just highlighting a couple of things. One, on the 9th, the Monday, in the Cosmic Earth Weavers group, we have the healing room. So come and join Nancy and I. No one came in August because you're all out at the beach, but we had a fun little time. The month before was super fantastic. We had a lovely group of people that came. So just so you know, the healing room in the Cosmic Earth Weavers, it is a Zoom call, private. It doesn't get recorded, and it is a collaborative healing space for us. So if you're in a community, come and join us on that day. And then also looking at a Friday the 13th. A Friday the 13th. Nancy, should we be doing something witchy, like something? I think we should. Nancy, I already was thinking about you this week, and I'm like, remember last year of our witchiness?
Yeah.
I'm like, we need to have a chat and see what we need to put on the calendar for this season of the witch. I can already see my posts going out there with that little theme song. That's very popular. The 13th on the Friday. What else you got seen? Anything in particular we just want to re-highlight there in that second week?
Just that, so in that week, we move from the diamonds to the clubs on the Wednesday. And so just moving from that very physical energy into that more emotional thoughts communication, and we start that off on the 11th with the 1 and the King of Clubs. And so it's that reminder again, like you are the subject matter expert of your life, like so that's on the 11th. So you also have the 1s there, right? Like so on that
There's
day,
that week. There's a week it goes 1 and 2. It's like a progression of something there. See, magical numbers are happening here. Okay, keep going, Dave.
totally. So just really remembering that to trust your own inner knowing and your own inner voice, and not to get lost in all of the other noise around. And I do feel like, we are going into the, like in October, we'll be in the 4th quarter of the year. And so like business wise, like there's going to be a lot of noise. I feel like this month of people being like, oh, buy this, do this, like, which fantastic, like all the power to everybody, like bring in all that abundance for you. But tuning out that noise and getting really clear, like we're going to start seeing Christmas set up in stores already, right? Like, so that kind of energy of just like, you don't have to do all the things and buy all the things and all the programs. Take the time to be really clear on what feels right for you and then proceed forward.
Exactly. What is right for you? The noise. Oh, anybody else? Raise your hands. Tell us. Let us know. Do you feel like I mean, we use social media. We use our groups and things to try to connect with each other, to share our lives and what we're doing, what we're creating, what our magic is, all the beautiful things. And so far, this is our main thing, mostly, I think. And yet, I'm noticing it's like I feel an anxiety. I feel the energy of it. And I'm like, oh my God, this is not helping me. Because there's almost so many great things, but just so much chatter, right? And it's like, I don't even know where to go. What happened to it? Like that's how the energy, I'm like, ooh, ooh, clear, clean. What's the new routine? What's the new hygiene of how your relationship is with where you put your energy on social media, who you may be choosing to go do some work with, where you're putting your own business stuff, where are you putting, like, it's like, remember Virgo, want you to get clean and clear and calm and soothe things. So I pulled the card for this week. It came out as the 6 of Cups. Man, it just looks like an underworld of fun fairy playtime, but also kind of like having a conversation with somebody and get together. And um the cups in this are overflowing with beautiful flowers. So there is just like, and when one fairy's like handing this to her friend. So there's this beauty of like, I hear connection and relationships and giving and just time together and slowing it down. Nancy, what you got there?
Oh my goodness. So then I pulled this card, which is the reciprocity base, right? So like that giving and receiving. So like the two fairies like handing the cup to each other. And I feel like this is very 8 energy, like that giving, that receiving. It's a 25, which is a 7. But remember, this month's 8 is made up of that 1 and 7, right? And it's just like that giving and receiving energy. Tobacco, sacred spirit, medicine. So, what leaving tobacco is a very important practice of giving thanks, right? And so it's like, especially in that week, where can you give more thanks? Where can, in relationship, in communication, when you're having that interaction with somebody and you're like, oh my goodness, my cup, from the 6 of Cups feels overflowed with that, making sure that you thank and acknowledge that person for that gift that they've just given you. And it just really feels like being very deliberate in your giving and your receiving next week.
And the oracle card that I pulled for the second week is wisdom of the solar plexus. And that, and it's a 7. We always do this. Always happens, doesn't it, Nancy? When we do our cards, there's always this flow, this connection from here in Ontario all the way to BC. Of these connections and the numbers, just emphasizing the importance of this. And so that solar plexus, right, coming into self. I am. There's such this beautiful, like, coming back reminders to come home to self and come into yourself. So the wisdom, what wisdom is there? And remember to take some time with it.
Oh. So then why don't we play with a little more 7s this week and have the 7 of diamonds? So really, when we're looking at the 7 of diamonds, it's like, okay, where are we trusting even more in the universe to help to support us in our realization of our dreams? What is it that we're valuing? Where are we placing our values? And I love that I pulled it this way as opposed to this way, just because of where that 7th diamond is. Do you see? Yep. So it's like, okay, here, it's really grounding energy. It's like that from the earth. It's not up here in the stars. It's like pulling it up from the earth and really seeing your abundance right here in front of you and allowing those roots to take hold. And yeah.
Love it. I just love that the family, good morning family, is up and having breakfast, and they're like, hey, we're making her, morning routine over there in Nancy's household.
Yes, yes.
All righty, moving into that third week, the 15th to the 21st, highlighting the fact that is Pisces full moon and that partial lunar eclipse on the 17th, the Tuesday with the 7 of clubs, the 7 energy day, and that Friday is apparently nothing, either the fact that I just wrote that I'm doing a mabon thing there. I got excited for a moment and I was like, no, that's not till the 22nd. So the Friday's Friday, and it's going to be your last weekend to enjoy the official summer before autumn hits on Sunday morning for us. So that's the thing on the Sunday about. So we're finishing off this week of the last few days of official summer and official Virgo season. So pulling tarot for us for the third week. Oh, beautiful. It is the Sun card, and it is beautiful. So we have there's that, that duality. Normally this is a one horse, one boy on it, the sun, the sunflowers, like bright sunny. That's what the classic tarot is. But we have like this mirroring and this coming together energy for this particular tarot card for the sun. And the sun is just so, oh, and then there goes my deck of cards. It's so slippery, this new deck of cards, those slippery cards which slid. It's just like, it's fortunate, it's goodwill, it's good luck. It's like, it's at the end of the major arcana journey. It's like just brilliant and perfect. When we think Virgo season, I also think sunflowers, right? The sunshine, like we're just like taking every little ounce of nectar. The sun nectar is what I'm hearing for this. But we're doing this with celebration. We're doing this with others is what I'm hearing with this sun card, this particular one in the imagery. And we're moving forward. There's this portal energy of the 2 imagery in the sun tarot.
Beautiful. And then I feel like that energy is reflected here in this card. So 18, water, affirmations. But so we've got the sun, and it's like the sun is coming down. But then the water energy of just like going, that flowing and receiving. And so it's like the sun energy is giving, the water is nourishing, and then the 2 leaves here are like flourishing, right? And it's like really get really clear on what you want to affirm in that week. Like, how do you want that last week of summer to feel? And what do you want to affirm for the fall season for you? And like, what are you affirming to be true? Um, Comes really clear in this card as well. And I just love the partnership of it again. And we continue to have like these circles and the portal energy just like continuing to grow. And like, hello, we have the portal at that week, right? And amplified. So I love these cards together.
I love how our cards, this is where that connection of stepping in together, including like you and I stepping in together to offer these, the community, people that join in. Rosalie, I know you're here. I had seen that. I don't know if there's anybody else with us since I last checked, but like this connection, this energy we're stepping in, and we always see this, the extra support and the mirroring that happens when we are doing our weekly readings, which is just beautiful. So calling in Oracle card for this third week here. Oh, stop pushing and striving. And it's so like another portal
Yeah.
into people. And you're not alone. You're going in like, that's the thing. It's like we're not doing things alone. And even the healing that we may be doing, we're healing that duality in those different parts and making friendships with ourself, right? At least that's how, these days I'm kind of really feel that energy coming back up and that kind of healing. And so stop pushing and striving, right? So it's like almost just allow and go. And it's funny, this card, because it's very, of course, Nancy and we take pictures of our cards and we post them weekly. This has one winding road on the one side, and yet they seem to have gone on a path that has really no path, but they're going through like a portal of flowers. You see that? Like their path is very light. It's not like the one off to the side. They've chosen to just kind of go wandering and enjoying.
Beautiful. So that beautifully is echoed by the Six of Diamonds card, which really is asking us to be in the present moment, to be here now. And I love this card. It's whenever I pull it, I always get like, oh, yay, super excited. It just really reminds us that all of our personal power is right here in this present moment. And it just wants us to get really crystal clear and allow this clear path of receiving, giving and receiving, back to that reciprocity from the cards before, right? And it's like, okay, step into your true abundance, be here right now, and allow that portal energy to just support you. You don't have to be, from the card that Roberta just pulled, you don't have to be pushing and striving. You just need to be here and be you. Be your authentic self.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Healing in that energy. So this last week, and we're just going to take this last week that will take us right to the end of this month, to the 30th. So the 22nd to the 30th, we're just going to add those extra couple little days and some support and energy that's there. And so, of course, on the Sunday, the 22nd, that's our autumn equinox, the turning of the sacred wheel. On the 23rd, those who are in the Cosmic Earth Weavers group, it's our soul social day, our private group call for that. So keep an eye out for that. And Nancy, are you noticed anything else? We're obviously into Libra season.
So this week we also move from that club energy that we were in for the last full week. So that thoughts, or your thoughts, your ideas, your communication, and now we're moving into the hearts. And so we're going to finish out from the Tuesday, the 24th, through the end of the month. We'll be in the hearts. So your feelings, what do you love? Really expressing who the ideas, the things that you love, like really feeling into that in that last week of September, rejoicing and celebrating love. And of course, that's the card you pulled.
here's the card that's gonna grow, it's just the movie Little Dancing Scene with Nancy's words. Um, the love, I mean, it's the two of cups, but look at the imagery on this. It's this partnership, this celebration. She's like, "We're going into the lovely hearts," and cups are like overflowing in hearts and emotions, and the two is that partnership and coming together, and so maybe just go also have a picnic out in the woods from this path that you went on from the week before. Just like take it with you. Go chill out with a picnic. That's what I was like, storytelling board here with cards. But yeah, there is this beautiful, like, what is the union of self and where you're going and how you want to feel in your life. So whether it's with somebody or not, whether it's with your intimate partner or with friendships, whatever it is, but there's this entwining. The word entwining is coming out, especially off this card. And there is that when I see a two of cups, for those this might resonate really for you as a message, that two of cups always reminds me of union, sacred union, sometimes twin flame energies, union of self, energy to it too.
Beautiful. So then we have Dreamcatcher, Dream Time. And so the 44, so 8, right? So it's like in this final week, so once again, look at the Dreamcatcher being your portal, right? Like what dreams did you allow to get caught in your Dreamcatcher, so that they can trickle down and become reality? What dreams were you willing to leave behind? And just allowing yourself to now use that portal energy to dream even bigger. And like back to the two of cups, like just having those conversations, share your dreams with others if you feel like it. And maybe the person that you're sharing it with is actually yourself. Sometimes it's really hard to admit to yourself what your real big, scary, bodacious dreams are, right? You're just like, oh, like, wait, is it really, can I really dream that, right? So in this week where you're supported with all of this energy of love and connection and community, make sure that you're connecting with yourself and really loving that and dream bigger. If you think you've dreamt big, amplify it. Fuel that fire. And you were brilliant. Of course you are.
You're brilliant. But look at this card. It's like amplifying. It's a number 3, 33, down to the 3, I should say. And like, it's just beautiful, amplifying. You are brilliant. So love all that. Love all what Nancy just said. Sharing the dream, expanding the dreams, claiming your dreams, talking about it. And just know them, feel them. I just love that. It's just this is, I don't have actually a lot to say. It just says here. It just says here. Here you go.
I love it. And then our final card from the cardology deck is the Ace of Hearts. So remember that all of this starts with self-love, right? So anything that you want to accomplish, receive, experience in this life begins with the love of yourself. And so to really like tap into that, who are you? What do you love about yourself? And then express your brilliance into the world.
So let's all just take a nice deep breath in. Big sigh out. All the beauty, all the magic. There's so much beautiful, loving, gentle support with powerful shifts and portals and opportunity and check-in markers for us this month. So that is a wrap for your double take of September of the forecast with numerology and astrology and intuitive guidance with the beautiful cards. We hope this is supportive for you. And of course, in the community, every week we'll just repost the cards for the week and the markers of the video where it is. You can listen to that week ahead. And I also post this on my YouTube channel. So if you're not part of Cosmic Earth Weavers, the link will be in there in the description. Go check it out. Come on over, see what it's about. We will be inviting in, once again, now that we're getting to new routines, having members come in and offer their magic and service to the community, because that's always beautiful and abundant. So thank you, Nancy, for today. Enjoy the rest of this day of Labor Day, holiday Monday, for yourself, for your kids, and go have yourself breakfast if you haven't. And thank you for everybody that's joined us live and on the replay. And hopefully we'll see you throughout the month with some of our other offerings in the Cosmic Earth Weavers community. So bye for now.